Thank you, Madam Chair. And I'm going to enter this into the record. It's a note that I received that says it shows the fiscal year 2019 to 20, and it's got travel expense $4,900, substitute pay $3,000, meeting supplies $100, $8,000 for general revenue fund, and then at the very end it's got zero. And so it says the original fiscal note indicates cost, but shows that they'll cover it from their general fund. So that came from the Department of Education. Now let me go to the infamous Section 10. Really what I wish people had spent time doing is reading it, because Section 10 does not say that the state will do. The very first words in Section 10 say this. So for those who have not read it and were told by someone what it said, let me tell you what it actually says. The governing body of each private school that provides instruction to pupils in grades 7 to 12 inclusive shall, in consultation, I don't have a dictionary here, but I think consultation means that you're going to talk to folk. And I think you're going to get some type of consensus. And that consultation with pupils, parents, guardians of pupils, school employees, persons who provide mental health services to pupils, and organizations with expertise in prevention of suicide and other interested persons. There is nothing in Section 10 that requires them to go by something that the state does. First of all, the next thing that I'd like to say is each organization then decides, if the Bible saved you, put the Bible in your plan. If the Quran saved you, put the Quran in your plan. You know, if whatever makes it work for you, you can do that. And so I'm so sorry that someone misinformed the people who think that Section 10 is a mandate for them to teach against their principles of religion. Put the Bible in there. Nobody said you couldn't. Okay? You know, I had an opportunity a few weeks ago to meet Tammy Duckworth. Some of you may know that she was the helicopter pilot, Black Hawk pilot, that was shot down. And one of the things that she said in her speech was, when she was laying there and couldn't move, she didn't care whether it was black, she didn't care whether they were white, she didn't care whether they were straight, gay, transgender. She was glad people were there to help her. And so I'm a veteran too, and you know what? The whole time I served, I never asked the question, well, I wonder if I would save the life of someone who was in the LGBTQ community. Never asked that. But I stayed in the closet because I knew that there were people who were misinformed about who I am. We've talked about private schools having difficulty. The irony here is that some of the funding for private schools come from public dollars. And you know what? Check this out. LGBTQ people pay taxes. And so, like it or not, in your private school, LGBTQ people are helping to fund your education. Let me deal with the faith issue. I am of the opinion that people can have their own faith, they just can't impose that on anyone else. I spent my life as a child wrestling with who I am. A lot of times not feeling good about who I am. And it wasn't just me, quote, coming to Jesus. It was a matter of me using my faith and other resources to help me get through it. And I sit here now as a proud member of the LGBTQ community, and Jesus saved my soul too. How about that? And he walks with me and he talks with me. We want to talk about, well, what we can do and what we can't do because this is against our religion. Well, you know what? Jesus' brother, James, said in the Bible, if you see your brother in need and you do not help them, how dwelleth the love of God in you? In John 3:16 and 17, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever should believe in him should not perish. Whosoever, oh wow, wonder what that means. Whosoever should believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. The whosoever the whosoever, those that are differently abled, those who are homeless, those who are being sex trafficked. Oh, yes, and even those who are in the LGBTQ community. And so I resist the notion that Section 10 comes against anyone's religion. But I want to put on the record also that when we talk about freedom of faith, we're not just talking about Christianity. You know, a lot of people have distorted, quote, what the founding fathers meant or what they did. Most of them were agnostic. Read it in history. Freedom of religion came also with freedom from religion. And so it's Christians, Muslims, Jewish, Baha'i, doesn't matter. Whatever your religion is, in Section 10, if you want to consult that, feel free to do so. If I were the people who came and thought that this was something that was mandated and would go against their religion, I would respectfully ask them to go back to whoever or whomever told them that's what this said, because it does not say that. Now, I understand that there were some other concerns, and it's very unfortunate that when the folks came here to talk and they spoke with Senator Dennis, that they did not stop by my office, because I could have saved them the trouble from coming here and misinterpreting what Section 10 said. There's some more language that we will look at that will address their concerns. I don't know what else to say. If people don't understand consultation and don't understand what that means, I have no idea how to tell them to read the rest of this. This is a bill that will save lives. And you know what? The other thing is that the research shows us that it's not just, quote, other children in other places, but many of the suicides that are completed are children that are in very strict religious homes because they do not feel like they can talk to their parents. This has nothing whatsoever to do with your religion. Consult the Bible. You can use a comic book if you want, just in consultation. So please don't misrepresent what this bill says. It does not. In consultation. Look up the dictionary definition. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Senator Spearman. And with that, we will close the hearing on Senate Bill 204.